Hello, today we're going to learn how to divide decimals by decimals. In this first problem here, we have 4/10 divided by 2/10. The first thing that many of you might notice is there's a decimal in my divisor and my dividend. Just like we've done in previous problems, our goal is to eliminate the decimal point. By doing that, we're going to first look at my dividend, which is 4/10. If I multiply by 10, I can move my decimal point one place to the right, creating the number 4. Now, if I multiply one part of this problem, I need to also multiply my other part by 10 as well. So now I'm going to look at my divisor, which is 2/10. I'm going to multiply this by 10 as well. And by multiplying by 10, I'm moving my decimal point one place to the right, leaving me with 2. So now I could simply rewrite this problem as 4 divided by 2, which is going to give me an answer of 2. So therefore, the answer to 4/10 divided by 2/10 is also 2. Now notice I eliminated my decimal point and then I was able to solve. Now your goal here is to eliminate specifically that decimal point in my divisor, because when we rewrite the problem like this, 4/10 divided by 2/10, you want to eliminate my decimal point in my divisor before I do any long division. Yes, this problem you don't necessarily have to do long division, but you're welcome to rewrite it this way as well. So if I multiply by 10 in my divisor, I do the same to my dividend. So I can even rewrite this problem as 4 divided by 2, which just like up above, it is simply 2 as my answer. Now for this next one, I have 3 9/10 divided by 1/10. Just like the previous problem, our goal is to eliminate my decimal point. So what we're going to do first is we're going to multiply by 10, leaving me with 39. And if I do that to one part, I'm going to do it to the other part as well. So now I'm going to multiply by 10 here, leaving me with 1. And I have 39 divided by 1, which is just 39. Now again, your goal is to eliminate that decimal point in my divisor, which is 1/10. So if I have 3 9/10 divided by 1/10, I want to eliminate my decimal point in 1/10. So when I do that, I multiply by 10 and I multiply by 10 for my dividend as well. And that's leaving me with 39 divided by 1, giving you an answer of just 39. Now, for my next problem here, I have 96 hundredths divided by 1/100th. Now I look at my divisor and I see that I have 1/100th. I want to eliminate my decimal point. Now if I multiply by 10, moving it one place to the right, I still have now 1/10. I want to eliminate that completely. So instead of multiplying by 10, I want to multiply by 100, moving my decimal point 2 places to the right. Now, if I do that to my divisor, I also need to do that to my dividend. So now I'm going to take 96 hundredths and multiply it by 100 as well, moving my decimal point 2 places to the right. So now all you have here is 96 divided by 1, which again is just 96, because anything divided by 1 is itself. And therefore your answer here, 96 hundredths divided by 1/100th, is 96. And if I was to set it up this way as well, maybe I'm preparing for long division, I'm just rewriting this problem like this. And notice you're looking at your divisor of 1/100th and you see that there's a decimal point there, and that's what you want to eliminate. But if you eliminate the decimal point by moving it 2 places to the right, you also need to do that in your dividend. And then you're left with just 96 divided by 1, which makes this problem very simple now to solve, giving you just an answer of 96. Now notice I'm rewriting this on my paper because sometimes you need to write these steps out until you completely master this concept. Now for this next one, we have 1 4/10 divided by 7/10. And for this one, I'm going to actually first rewrite it this way because I just like to see it this way. Some of you can keep it this way as well. That's absolutely fine. But I'm just preparing because I have a feeling long division is coming up soon. So now I look at my divisor, I see 7/10. I need to eliminate my decimal point. So I'm going to move it one place to the right, which is telling me I'm multiplying by 10. Now by doing that, I also need to do that in my dividend. So now I'm going to multiply by 10 as well. So now I'm left with 14 divided by 7, which I can easily find the solution to that. 14 divided by 7 is just 2. So here I have 1 4/10 divided by 7/10, which is just 2 as my answer. Now again, you can multiply one part by 10 and you do it to the other part of your problem as well, giving you 14 divided by 7, which is simply just 2 as your answer. Now, when you see decimals in your problem and you're asked to divide, you always want to look at your divisor, okay? Here is my divisor. Here is my divisor. If there's a decimal point, your goal is to eliminate that before you do any division. How do you eliminate? Maybe you're multiplying by 10, maybe by 100, maybe by 1,000, and that's telling you you're going to move that decimal point one digit to the right, maybe 2 digits, maybe 3 digits, until you can eliminate the decimal point, and then you can set it up so you can simply divide. As you are completing the problems today, feel free to refer back to this video at any time.